This is not another fitness video about getting six pack abs. It's not about building bigger arms. It's not about looking good on the beach. And it's definitely not about training so strangers on the internet think you look impressive. This is about something much more important. The single most overlooked reason a man should stay fit: adventure. Because most men think a dream life is something they buy, with money in the bank, a vacation every quarter, in a nicer hotel with a better car and a bigger house. But I think that's wrong. The dream life isn't something that you buy, it's something you prepare your body to experience. And if your body doesn't have the endurance, strength, and mobility to participate in life, then no amount of money can give you the full experience. Imagine reaching your final years with stories instead of excuses, memories instead of regrets, experiences in addition to possessions. Imagine still being able to travel, hike, swim, explore, and say yes to opportunities long after most men have started saying, I'm too old for that. My knees can't handle that. My back won't let me. I wish I had done that when I was younger. That's what an adventurously prepared body can give you. Not just entertainment, not just recreation, but personal growth, a broader perspective, unshakable, profound confidence, and deeper relationships. It gives you freedom that you can actually feel in your body. And freedom is only real if you use it. And adventure is one of the purest ways a man can experience freedom. Look at the men that history remembers. You have explorers, merchants, Marco Polo, Christopher Columbus, Neil Armstrong. These are men who crossed oceans, climbed mountains, explored frontiers, and then pushed beyond. They face risk and they test themselves against the world, against the entire universe, even. Now, I'm not saying that you need to become a space explorer. I'm not saying you need to climb Mount Everest. And I'm not saying you need to risk your life just to prove something. But there's a reason those men still capture our imaginations today. They didn't become memorable by staying comfortable. They became memorable by stepping into the unknown. Adventure transforms a man because adventure forces him to adapt, to solve problems, to test himself, to grow. And that doesn't only happen on mountains or battlefields. It can happen on a trail. It can happen in a new country. It can happen in a river. It can happen on a long walk through a city that you don't know. It can happen in a classroom. It can happen anywhere. Life asks more from you than your normal routine. When I moved to Colombia, I had less than $2,000 to my name. No perfect plan, no giant safety net, no guarantee that things would work out. But I came anyway. And some of the best experiences I've had in my life didn't cost me money at all. In December 2020, I gave my friend $15 and he let me tag along on a weekend trip to a finca in San Carlos. On the way there, I saw this massive tree covered in thorns. I'm talking, it had like 2 or 3 inch long thorns all over the trunk and the branches and the twigs. There was no way that you could climb it without hurting yourself. And if you somehow made it to the top without hurting yourself too badly, if you fell from any part of that tree, you would you would surely die or be gravely injured. There was just so many needles all over the tree. There's no there was literally no safe place to touch that tree. It was the closest thing to a man-eating tree that I've ever seen in my life. It looked like something that you would see in a horror movie. And then when we got to the finca, it was cool. We were camped out in the mountains, rode a horse, did some hiking, and then on the way back, we took a detour to a charco, which is just a river, just a random river in the Colombian jungle, and we decided to go for a swim. And there was like a ruined building on the banks of the river, and we would jump from the ruin into the water. And we spent the entire day doing that, jumping from the ruins into the water, exploring, laughing, and making memories. That experience didn't require a luxury resort. It didn't require a huge budget, but it did require a body that's capable of participating, a body that can walk, that can swim, that can climb, jump, and move and experience without falling apart. That's the point. Money can buy access, but capability gives you participation. And most men think they're waiting on resources. They need more money, more time, more freedom, and better circumstances before they can do anything remotely adventurous. But I don't think that resources are the real problem. The real problem is your willingness. Because if you're unwilling, you're always going to find an excuse. But if you are willing, you'll always be looking for an opportunity. Now, I'm not saying you need to fly across the world to have an adventure. You can start with a hike. You can find a new trail, take a long walk through a part of the city that you've never explored. You can go on a camping trip. You can take a swim. You could do a hard physical challenge. It doesn't even have to be a physical challenge. You could join a course and earn a certification or a degree of some sort, or whatever kind of mental or physical challenge that moves you past your comfort zone, that moves you out of your comfort zone. That is an adventure. And I'm telling you, the problem is not that there is no adventure available in your life. There's plenty of opportunities for you to go past your comfort zone. The problem is that comfort and distraction have trained men to stop looking for adventure, to stop going past their comfort zone. So the real enemy is comfort, not comfort in small doses like what's necessary for rest, recovery, and peace. I'm talking about the comfortable and distracted lifestyle that removes challenge from your life and distracts you just enough that you ignore your problems. You wake up, you eat, sit in your car, sit at the desk, sit in your car again, eat again, watch Netflix, scroll social media, watch porn, play a video game, go to sleep, and then repeat. That lifestyle doesn't look dangerous, but it slowly domesticates your body. It makes you less curious, less energetic, less capable, and less willing. And before you realize it, instead of living your own adventures, you spent your life consuming other people's adventures through a screen. That's a shadow of a life. I don't want you to get comfortable with the idea of that being your life. Most men think they have unlimited time to pursue adventure, but tomorrow is not guaranteed. You don't know how many strong years you have left. You don't know how long your knees will tolerate neglect. You don't know how long your back will keep forgiving you. And you don't know how long your energy will stay high enough for you to say yes. To be real, you don't even know how much time you have left today. You woke up this morning, but the rest of the day is not guaranteed. So ask yourself, what part of life am I postponing right now because my body isn't ready for it? And then ask, what can I do to get my body ready starting right now? Because one of the saddest things in the world is realizing too late that the life you wanted required a body that you never built. You never even gave yourself the opportunity to experience life because you didn't develop your body. Most fitness creators teach exercise. I'm trying to teach capability. Most fitness creators want to help you look better. I want to help you live better. I've spent years training, swimming, lifting, climbing, moving, and building a life around the idea that your body should make your life bigger. I don't train just to look like I lift. I train so I can say yes to more life. If that philosophy resonates with you, give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. I'm Barbell. So let's get into it. Let's get into the nitty gritty. How do you develop the physical capacity for adventure? In my estimation, adventure requires three major physical traits. In order of importance, they are endurance, strength, and mobility. Endurance allows you to stay in the experience, to hike longer, to walk further, to swim longer, to explore all day without needing to quit early. That's endurance. Strength allows you to overcome obstacles. You can carry your own backpack, lift your luggage, climb over something, help a friend, move through the world without feeling fragile. That's strength. Mobility allows you to access experiences your body would otherwise deny you. You can squat, you can crawl, you can crouch, you can reach, you can climb, you can jump, you can get down to the ground and come back up again. You can basically just move your body around nature, around the world, because the world is not designed with your physical limitations in mind. So you have to be able to work around your limitations so that you can move through and experience the world. That's mobility. The more capable your body becomes, the more life becomes available to you. Fitness expands your capacity to experience life. So here's what I want you to do: schedule one adventure every month, put it on the calendar, make it real. It doesn't need to be dramatic. You can make it something simple, like a hike or a long walk, a swim, a day trip, weekend course or webinar retreat, a hiking trip, a new physical experience, whatever. Just give yourself an adventure and put it on the calendar. Make it real. Promise yourself that you'll be there. Make all the arrangements, make all the payments, handle all the logistics, make it real. Then you want to train for that adventure. If you're going hiking, build your legs and conditioning. If you're going swimming, get in the water. If you're traveling, train your endurance so long travel days don't wreck you. If you feel like your hips, knees, or back are limiting you, then work on your mobility. Train for the life you want to live, not just the body you want to have. To build endurance, start simple. Walk more, swim, ride a bike, or do intervals where you work hard for a few minutes, recover, and then repeat. For strength, start with the basics. You want to squat, push, pull, hinge, and carry. You can start using body weight if you need to, but you want to make sure that you progressively overload. For mobility, you want to spend time on the ground. You want to do crawling. You want to do some tumbles. You want to hold poses. And you want to find a bar that you can hang from. And while you're doing all this, you want to let your movements flow together and teach your body to move through the world again. You don't need a complicated routine. You need a body that is prepared for life. If you follow this advice, your body changes, but more importantly, your life changes. You become the kind of man who says yes. Yes to the hike, yes to the trip, yes to the swim, yes to the road you've never walked before, and yes to the experience that scares you just a little bit. And one day when you're old, you'll look back and you'll see a life filled with memories instead of regrets, stories instead of excuses, and you'll know that you spent your life giving your all instead of wondering what if. In your final years, you'll still be exploring, you'll still be participating, you'll still be living life. And that's the goal. Not just a stronger body, but a fuller life. And if you realize your body isn't currently capable of supporting the life you want to live, start by taking one small step today. Join the 1% Better Challenge. It's designed to help you build the strength, nutrition habits, and consistency to help you create a body that serves your life instead of limiting it. You'll find the link in the description below. And if you want more conversations about strength, capability, adventure, longevity, and living a fuller life, subscribe to the channel. I'm Barry Barbell, helping you develop the strength and nutrition habits for a life well lived. I hope to see y'all in that next video. Peace.